anywhere.
This internet, make this internet get sense.
We love.
No. Not like this.
Is it going to sit back like sit deep like Cape Verde? Are we live?
I'm not sure they have
live
that.
immediately now.
I'm not sure they have that kind
Alright,
of
we're live.
attack too, but well, from an African perspective, you want to fancy your fellow.
Wow. Are we live?
You want to fancy your fellow African team.
Well, African teams, 9 out of 10 qualified to the knockout stages.
Yeah, round of 32.
And we have a round of 32, and we have only 2 of them left in the round of 16. One of them has qualified for the quarterfinals, that's Morocco.
Yeah.
And Egypt is going to be playing against Argentina,
world champion,
on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So I think the African teams, you asked earlier what's my view about the African teams in this tournament. And I was saying that it's shameful that for most of them, when they're already ahead in the game, or when they are level, all of a sudden, I don't know if it's loss of concentration, I don't know if that's it that we usually say lack of experience to hold the game. One of those things was Senegal or someone was 5 minutes away from the game. Who played against England?
DR Congo.
DR Congo.
Yeah.
So they were leading how many goals?
It was 1 goal now. We saw the game on Monday.
Yes.
Was it on Monday?
Yeah,
on Tuesday?
one of those games.
When last week, saw the game. Yeah.
It's painful, Same thing happened with
I think it's the Senegalese one that is particularly very heartbreaking. It's Senegal now. It's the Senegalese one, and I saw the game now. They dominated the game. They were and they were 2 goals up. You get, and it was 80. I think Belgium's first goal was around 83 minutes, and the second goal equalizer was 86 minutes. So in the space of 3 minutes, you know, the moment I saw 2-2, I just went to sleep. My heart. Oh, I just went to bed.
That was the second game of the day. The earlier game of that same day went the same way.
It was
That's Ivory Coast.
Oh yes, Ivory Coast against the Ivory Coast play. They even equalized. Yes, they equalized. They were a goal down. Ivory Coast was a goal down, then equalized, and for some strange reasons, they just went to start against Norway. It was Haaland. It was Haaland. Yes, and they had that game. They had that game after the equalizer. Ahmad now, my guy. Yes, came in, scored a fantastic goal, and
I watched that game too, and I saw something that I felt was a problem with African team. I think there is a problem of overjubilation. It's one thing I have always said from growing up.
No, now.
One thing I have always said from growing up. Ahmad scored. First of all, Ahmad was would I say injured at the point of scoring that goal. It was in Leeds. You know, and everybody ran to where
Ahmad was.
Just wait for the keeper to play. And everybody ran to where Ahmad was and
Right.
on top
Of him.
And the
No, but
took at least 2 to 3 minutes. They have to call them back into the game.
Yeah.
You know what energy when they take jubilate?
I know.
Concentration.
I know.
You don't go even jubilate self. Score and look for the ball to score again. We're not here to joke. We're not here to draw to drag the game into extra time. We're not here. And if you watch the European team, you will see how they want to bury again.
Yeah, extra time. I mean, it's burnout. Then you probably have lesser amount of days to recover. For the next game, and and the Senegalese game was particularly heartbreaking because even tactically, after they equalized, the coach took out I think is Ndiaye, three of their very good players, and so for me, I was like, man, why they do this thing? And of course you expect that at 2 goals up, 80 minutes mark, you should be able to see out the game. You should be not a goal or 2 goals up. You should be able to, game management, yes, and be able to see out the game. But man, it was crazy that this Belgian team is the worst I've seen There's nothing. So you go 2 goals up, you now, concede, and then you still concede the penalty in extra time. It's painful, and one of the Senegalese players has said that he's going to withdraw from the team until the coaching crew is I honestly feel that the game they had no reason.
I think Ghana is
if Ghana is the shame, what is Nigeria?
Nigeria, right?
Exactly.
That's why I said in the competition. And let me give you my reason. That game was the worst game that was played
Against Colombia.
Forcing themselves to play a particular player worse than no shot on target. Jordan Ayew. No shot on target in the whole competition.
I don't even know what Jordan Ayew is still doing.
I'm not even saying he does in the last game. You don't, because that's the criticism now, because he's someone's son.
I don't know what Jordan Ayew is doing in that team. Yeah.
And you say you must play in the competition, must you play him? If it's not good, you bench him.
Absolutely.
If it's not good, you don't bring him to the competition.
It's in Africa you see these kind of things now. It's once you are,
Striker, they say it never happened before.
that's a.
Then they bring people compare, they get to compare. This one play 90 minutes, how many times? One shot on target, you know, as if
it's crazy. I remember CDO saying in the first live show we had, that the World Cup starts once you hit the round of 16. that's when the competition started. And we've seen amazing results. France has been, blowing teams away. They are round of 32. Round of 32, they blew Alexander Isak's team. They literally blew them away. Sweden, yes, 3-0. It was like an Mbappe show. This World Cup has really been amazing. The big strikers, big players have been coming to the party. Harry Kane, Harry Kane against DR Congo got 2 goals.
Scenario as we were saying about African teams.
Yes. Ousmane Dembele, Kylian Mbappe. We saw Jude Bellingham just yesterday against Mexico. That game was something else. That game, wow! And they got it. He had everything. He had end-to-end stuff. He had a red card. He had goals, and for the first time, I kind of had a bit of respect for the Mexican team. Of course, they had the home crowd, going. Yeah, I didn't think that they would, they played very good football. Obviously, some people will say it's a shocker. The Brazilian team yesterday. I was shocked because they had that game. First of all, they had a penalty in the first half that Vini could have. I don't know why the coach will ask Bruno Guimaraes to play that penalty. You cannot have a Vini in the team, except it's only a Neymar, which was what happened when Neymar came in and scored the penalty. Why would you ask Vini to leave the ball for Vini's on 4 goals, for God's sake? There's nothing like that. That's like the most informed Brazilian player.
I think when it comes to penalty,
of course anybody can lose, but you can't leave out your big play. Is there any player bigger than Vini in the Brazilian team apart from Neymar that delivers? He's by far the best players. He's by far the best player for the Brazilian team in this competition.
My comment when it comes to penalty, you go whoever steps up to say I'll take it.
But Vini had the ball. He was instructed to leave the ball. He handed over the ball to.
I'm not so sure about that.
That's what I
saw him stand
yes, he had the ball.
I thought what he was doing was to soak up the pressure that the keeper was.
He had the ball.
The keeper was
yes. Same thing the keeper did with Neymar. Yes. And Neymar told him, you don't know where. So I'm telling you.
And that's another thing.
Yeah.
Neymar was supposed to run, take the ball, and go and restart the game. Any shot, any attack, there was one more attack in that game after the penalty.
Yeah.
If it was done earlier, it would have led to a goal.
Yeah.
But Neymar was more bothered about exchanging balls
with the keeper.
I don't know. See, that's why I'm starting to believe what Silvio said. That Brazilians are Africans, the same mentality. I think because at that moment you don't get anything to exchange. You still add one more attack before the final whistle. The game is not over. You have no business going to tell the keeper that I told you I was scoring or whatever. Pick up the ball, you start the game. One shot. Especially when he has done it before with Barcelona versus PSG. You understand? Pick up the ball immediately. Start the game. So that's
another thing about that game was Endrick. They took out Cunha, my guy, and Endrick came in and had a one-on-one.
He had a one-on-one. He was I thought that was.
And people are saying there is no reason why Joao Pedro should not have been in it. I don't know what Ancelotti's beef is with that guy. There is no attacker that you could have dropped Joao Pedro for. The guy is an absolute, informed player. 26 goals for Chelsea. I mean, you cannot have dropped. Yes, complete guy. And people are saying that you cannot give Joao Pedro that. He's the guy that scores from half chances. He doesn't need. You can't have that kind of Endrick chance, and Joao Pedro will miss it.
Then I now saw that Endrick seems to be a left-footed player. I didn't know before.
Yeah.
And I thought he would have, dribbled to the right.
Yeah, that's why I even thought dribble the keeper and then.
Yeah, anybody would have. Any decent striker would have done that.
Not when you were a goal down. You could have just equalized, and so I think for me that's probably the most people
Now,
as
the
well.
game,
That probably
I
be shocked.
watched from the beginning, and the game was more for Norway. Norway started the game.
Mm.
Norway had more
Mm.
possession. So Alan was silent
Yes,
all through that
that's
game.
what that's another thing about the game.
Until that
Commentator was
moment.
like, man, how does this guy do it?
Until that
Silence all through,
moment.
and then the second goal was even a very funny goal to me.
That one was he had to pass through the colo of the other
How
player.
you take shoot ball from that place back
Pass colo
and the score? Inconstant, like see man, if you see like juju.
The guy doesn't jubilate the game. That we have not watched the game.
mean-
Doesn't celebrate the game. Like he knows that he will score. Like he knows that he will score. So
You know, so big player turned up yesterday. Big shout out to him, and it would surprise many people to know that Brazil had never beaten Norway.
I heard the point was said that
Yes, they have never beaten Norway, and I'm like, wow. You know, it's just but we're excited about the big players turning up. England yesterday, big moment for them. Shout out to them. They will now play. Who are they playing in the quarterfinals now? Who's England playing? I think that game they will play Haaland, Norway. They know themselves.
England
And I think yes, and I think Norway can. I think England can win that game. I fancy them.
You see my boy again yesterday for England.
Which your boy? What did he do? He
Yes,
enter cost penalty. Anthony Gordon.
It's gonna be a very good signing for Barca next season. I can see that. He has that push. That's
Yeah.
one of the Barca is.
I like what Tuchel did. I think I like the team that started that game. Saka was on point yesterday. Yes, he had an assist.
That's like his first,
First yes.
big contribution.
So when I saw him, I'm like, because honestly, in the DR Congo game, I was not surprised that he didn't start. I didn't think he had the energy to be able to, muscle those guys. But yesterday was just his game, man. It tells you that hey, on a good day, you cannot rise up to English team. You may not too many people have come up. But in fact, what the English fans are saying about yesterday's game is apart from the 96 win they had, that's like the biggest and the best game they've played so far. Yeah, they've had some, in the World Cup, that's like the biggest, and they probably deserve to win that game.
What about Cape Verde?
Yes, we're very proud of them, that small country. I mean, nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw that they would push Argentina,
The prophet saw it. We're going to talk about
what prophet is that?
Ghanaian prophets. We're going to talk about football and prophecies, and let's see.
Okay.
Maybe later in the discussion, but Cape Verde really did well.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper proved what we saw in the game against Spain.
Yes.
That it wasn't
Some
a
big
fluke.
saves, yes.
It wasn't a fluke. There were many, at least 2 1-on-1 that he saved from Messi.
Yes.
There was this free kick that Messi took that people are saying that it was before they wanted to do this or took it too early or so, and if the keeper did not have a good reflex, he was not allowed. He was still setting up his ball like this, and saved it. For a 41-year-old goalkeeper, 40-year-old or 41-year-old goalkeeper, think he needs a bigger club just to
That guy, I'm very sure will get brand ambassadorship deals from 500k at the start of the competition to 20.5 million followers on Instagram. I mean, brand.
500k before.
It was 500k at the start.
Wow.
Marvel is saying something. Come on, Marvel, speak now. Oh, he's now 23 million followers. I mean, brands will want to pay to put their stuff on there. So that's the kind of influence the guy has now. I tell you, wow, that is something. So Africa is proud of Cape Verde, and somebody was saying that, watch out for them at this next Nations Cup. This Nations Cup, man.
See, they've been coming like that.
They have actually. They have been consistent. They've been growing. The quality of football they play is absolutely on point. Yes, yeah. So yeah, you expect that.
I still have that thing to say about Jubilation. When they scored the second goal,
yeah, the guy ran into in Babe will go
only energy. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's only energy.
I think I want to agree with you because you have. I was listening to the English manager today, and he was saying that they were asking him something about. He was like, "Well, now we have time to jubilate. We have time to celebrate, and we have 2 days, so you can celebrate all you want after the game. Save your energy, bro. Save your energy. That run where that guy run for real. Run enter stand.
They don't know. At the moment, there's rush, there's
yeah.
The real sense of it is only energy.
You are.
We need to focus on the game. I play Sunday football too.
I know you go church.
After evening.
Okay.
And it's one of the things me, I personally have observed. That okay, we score. The game never finish. We score. Shake. But what are running around? We go run around the beat. Yeah. I can't restart the game. One time. So people should take note of that.
And I really hope that African teams have their take homes from this World Cup. We cannot but appreciate their effort and appreciate the impact Africa was felt, as far as I know, in this World Cup. We still have two representatives. Egypt is playing tonight, yes, against Argentina. So, but I hope that we have take homes from at individual level, at country levels, and we'll be able to build, on it. If you have 9 teams qualifying to the round of 32, you won't expect at least like 4 to be making it to round of 16. Then you want to fancy 2 or 1 set. Yes, you get so having 2 out of 9. For me, is not.
Morocco has been consistent,
especially when we had the games in our hands.
What did Morocco get to in the last World Cup? Was it not semi-finals?
They came 4th.
That's very impressive.
And
that's
they have
impressive.
a new coach.
That's impressive.
That tells you that they have a system that works.
Yes.
So much that even the exit of Raguria, what that name, their coach, did not affect.
Yes.
This. Look at where this coach has taken them to.
And there's something I heard what the commentator was saying. I don't know how true it is, but I mean, I would take a commentator of a game as a very good source. He was saying about the Argentinian team that the coach has been able to build them into a club system. And this was what he was explaining. That you see why clubs are consistent. Why clubs are consistent year after year. If bad as it bad, some clubs will never leave the top 4.
Yeah, right.
That's because they have a system. As old players are phasing out, new players are coming in. However, they don't phase out old players until the new players are already in. And so the new players are watching the old players play. For example, I feel Diego Simeone's son is a very wonderful player, but he has not started any game so far in this competition. I feel that guy should start every game. But that was when I now understood when the commentator said it, that okay, he's a new player, he's a young player, he's in his maybe 21 or 22, I don't know how. He's less than 24. He still has years ahead. So he's an understudy for players that are already there now, and his time will come. So that's like a football club system.
Absolutely.
Not just this competition is over, face out everybody. You understand? Look at the guy. Look at this guy was younger 4 years ago. There are many players that you see in this team now, in Argentina team. There are 4 years ago, they were very young. The Alvarez, the Martinez, and so on. But now they are the senior men of the team. So I feel that that's really how it should be.
It's not like what Carlos Alberto Pereira, the Brazilian coach at the 1994 did with Ronaldo. Ronaldo was the 1994 World Cup, but he didn't kick. He didn't kick any.
Yes.
He didn't kick a football on the pitch.
Yes.
Now, 4 years later, he literally lit up 1998
World Cup,
and then the next 2000.
The one in 2002.
He wins
Yes,
the World Cup.
wins the World Cup.
So you can
He
see
got to the
that-
final in France
got
98.
to the final in France
98.
98, yes, and then won the 2000. So you see that helps. I also felt that's what Ancelotti was going to do with Hendrick. I don't know why, he's putting so much, but it's all good. So just to buttress what you're saying, yeah, club systems, being adopted is something that makes a lot of sense, because one of the things that we don't have in Africa is continuity. Look at the Nigerian case. Since we lost JJ Okocha to retirement, it's been difficult to find
the replacement.
another mercurial, very creative.
Yeah.
In that middle of the park, and then Mikel came, did this thing, but you still hear people say, man, JJ, you never get replacement for JJ.
We never get.
But look at the Brazilian team, look at the Argentine team. They've had likes of Diego Maradona retire, and you've had people like Messi, you had Batistuta, you had Ortega, you had name it.
Yes.
Saviola.
Is it that mindset? There's a mentality, and we'll someday talk about it on the podcast. That mentality of suffer me. You know what I suffer before I get this thing. Why will I give it to you for free? We have heard lecturers say that. We've heard parents say that.
Lecturer.
We've heard elder ones say that.
Yeah.
We've heard our uncles, where you go meet them, say, "Uncle, invest in my business." He tell you, you know how this of who invest. These are things we need to talk about. These are things that on the topics plenty. We will see talk. So to our viewers, watch out for more episodes of Talk Through Podcast. That we are going to be talking about real issues. These are issues that everybody can relate with. We are
excited about what the World Cup brings, for a competition that is expected to generate about $13 billion within the 4 years of the World Cup, and $9 billion from this current competition. I mean, that is some revenue that is worth talking about. So yeah, we have two big games today. We're waiting for His Excellency to come through and have this conversation. But two big games tonight. The Goats are playing tonight.
Who's goats?
The Goats.
Which one now?
The Goats now. There are two Goats now.
No, there can't be two goats.
There are two Goats.
That's grammatically incorrect.
The Goats are playing tonight.
That's grammatically incorrect.
Against Spain. And then Messi is playing against
Messi is
Egypt.
Tomorrow.
No, there are just two games left.
No. There are 4 games.
Okay.
In the round of
My
16.
bad.
So USA Belgium is in the past 1 a.m. past midnight.
Yeah.
Portugal Spain
is
tonight 8 p.m.
Time.
Then tomorrow Tuesday we have Argentina Egypt by 5 p.m.
Okay.
And Switzerland Colombia by 9 p.m.
Yeah.
So
tonight we're looking forward to those games. Is for me by far the toughest game of the round of 16. Spain, Portugal. They are not new.
Not new. Yeah, they were the finalists of the Nations League, UEFA Nations League.
Portugal won.
Penalty.
Was it penalty?
Was it? No. It was a clear win. 2-1 or thereabout.
And then they met at the 2014 World Cup, the group stage.
In the group stage, where Ronaldo had an hat-trick.
Yes. So they're not new to each other. But of course, people are saying that if Portugal comes with the kind of energy they came against Croatia, then they're going to get completely beaten. Of course, we expect that they know each other very well
Mm-hmm.
and respect them.
It's a big game. Oh.
It's a
Big game to look out for.
It's a European derby.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to keep your fingers crossed. Spain also is gradually, and you know how the competition is. Teams grow into competition
Yes.
as it progresses. The
Mhm.
people who did well, in the group stage may not necessarily,
Yes.
So I think
Yes,
that's
we've,
the
we've
case.
had we've had World Cups where the first game, the winners are eventual winners usually lose their first game.
Yeah.
That's happened to
Yeah.
Argentina. That's happened to
Yeah,
Spain as well.
Yeah.
2010.
So you see that kind of a situation, and teams grow into the game, but it's going to be an exciting game of football.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner of that game is going to play the winner of between Morocco and France in the semis.
So Portugal or
Yes.
Spain.
He's gonna
We
play
don't even envy
Morocco.
hide out them.
Yeah. While the winner between England and Norway, yes, now we play the winner between. I was looking at the
The charts. Oh, I used to have it too.
yes. Let me just go through the,
Let me see if I can get it here.
Portugal have a more tougher
Yes, Portugal's route is tough because if they meet Morocco kicked them out last year, the last World Cup 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. So their work has been cut out for them. Do we have any comments? Do we have anybody reacting so far? Hello guys, you're welcome to Talk Through podcast, and this is our live stream for today. It's the World Cup edition, and this is what we do. Talk Through podcast is where we talk about live issues, real issues from the spotlight of the truth, and we do this every Monday. This live stream we do it every Monday, but we have a YouTube channel where we post our podcast. We have YouTube, we have Spotify, we have Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and we're on all social medias. But the full videos of our podcast can be found on YouTube. The most recent episode is about Christian courtship or dating, depending on what phrase you choose to use. And it's called, the title is Holy, Oni, or Hopeless. So head on to our YouTube now at youtube.com/talk through podcast, or find us on Spotify, where you can stream the audio of every episode we've released so far. I think the second edition, the second season, is about rounding up.
Yeah.
And we're moving to a newer season with other topics. And if you'd like to also be a guest on our podcast, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Do not hesitate to send us a DM, and we'll bring you live on set. So do us a favor and tap on the like button, give us some power tap, and feel free to share your opinions on this topic about the World Cup. We've talked about the position of African teams in this World Cup. We've talked about the coming to life of the big names, the Messi, the Mbappe's, the Haalands, the Hurricane. See, Ronaldo is yet to come fully. He only has 3 goals so far. Yes, maybe we'll score a hat-trick today like he did in 2010, so that we can give him the baby goat status. Because there can be only one goat. See, let's quickly talk about this, Mr. Ken. There can be only one goat. It is a tautology for people to say there are 2 goats.
No, of course, there's just one goal.
Yes, because
the fact that there are two different people, they are different. To Ronaldo fans, Ronaldo is good. To Messi fans,
no. Then that's
and it's a debate that would go on until
That's what would they call? What do we call that? That's a parallel system of government.
There is no. There are some people that you can never convince that
The fact will convince them now. Are they being realistic? If everybody becomes realistic, we know that Messi is the greatest of all time. Ronaldo can be your most preferred player. My most preferred footballer ever is Kaká of Brazil.
Why?
That's my most preferred footballer.
Why?
I like his person. I like the way he played. He made football look easy, stress-free. He doesn't break a sweat. You know, he dribbles and he runs with the ball. He has some for his stature, he has some massive shots that he used to play back in the day. You understand? Some deadly shots that he used to play back in the day. And he was just a cool, chill guy. And I got to discover that he's a pastor, he's a preacher, that he writes articles for one of these Bible apps. Up to date, that he writes articles for them, that he goes about doing evangelism. He's one of the biggest sponsors of Christianity in Brazil. One of the biggest, financial contributors to evangelism in Brazil. So I just love his person. He's my favorite footballer. But that doesn't make him the greatest of all time when it comes to football. You understand? So everybody has their preference. But when we come to the GOAT debate, there can be only one GOAT. And the yardstick for being that GOAT is pure football. What makes up pure football? Goals, assists, gameplay, vision. Speak up. Okay, what question do we have on YouTube? We end up, we have a question on YouTube. Let me see if I can navigate to YouTube quickly. But you can read out the question. Okay. Okay, that's a question for us. Okay, what's the name of the person asking? Okay, let me check. Oh, okay. Ujwal from Nepal.
Oh, right.
Okay, we are from Nigeria. I'm replying you. We are from Nigeria. We are in Africa. We see you are from Nepal. How's Nepal today? I hope you have a wonderful weather in Nepal. And I hope I heard there's earthquake in one of the countries around the world. I hope you're safe where you are. I hope it did not get to you. Yeah. So what team are you supporting, Ujwal from Nepal? Can you comment if you're still watching us? Yes, you're still watching us. Can you comment what team are you supporting in this World Cup? I think we are both common. Nigeria did not get to the World Cup, and Nepal did not get to the World Cup as well. So we are we are both similar, but almost every Nigerian is watching the World Cup, and we're supporting different teams. Some are supporting Argentina, some are supporting Spain, some are supporting France, and some are supporting Portugal because of the key players in these teams. And some people are supporting England as well, because most of them can relate with the players from the English Premier League, and from the EPL. Yeah. So
always have that. People, Nigerians watch English Premier League a lot. They support Premier League clubs. Obviously, because Nigerians also ply their trade. Some Nigerians ply their trade in the Premier League, so that makes it a lot easy for us to be able to. So naturally, you have a lot of Nigerians like me. Even if Nigeria was in the World
Cup, I was surprised. Was it DR Congo England game?
Yes.
I was surprised that you were, routing for England.
Yes, I've always been.
I was quite surprised that because I was expecting that you'll be with the African team.
Not with DR Congo.
Okay.
Maybe today now Egypt. I did with Egypt today.
I know people and they are watching me now. When Nigeria played against Argentina in the last World Cup,
they support Argentina.
They were supporting Argentina.
Jesus
I know you.
Christ, Nigerians.
I know Nigeria. I know you.
That person will be Nigerian.
I know them.
How now?
They can't deny it. They were supporting Argentina.
How now?
The only thing I did that day was when Messi scored, I shouted goal.
That painful.
It's not as if I supported Argentina.
Game.
But when Messi scored,
we were how many minutes away from qualifiers? When Marcos Rojo, I can't forget him, scored that 1-1 was going to take us through.
So yes,
we and Croatia.
And Argentina was going to draw.
Argentina. But bro, we just scored that goal like this. Everywhere went quiet. You know Nigeria now. Once it don't happen, everywhere will do
Quiet.
That night was a very
Peaceful night.
very peaceful night. Even like the night where Arsenal, the last Champions League final that Arsenal lost, that night was a very peaceful. And that's why I just went to my status. I said, "Thank God we can all sleep peacefully tonight."
You didn't get back
Because
last
if no, I got. My father-in-law is a Gunners fan, so he sent a message to my wife. Said, "Tell your husband that no yearly gift, no December gift for him." Shout out to my father-in-law, big Arsenal fan. Congrats to you, sir. And you guys still won the Premier League.
Won the Premier League.
You know, so I just felt like we would not have slept that night. You know, and I just felt like the PSG team would go, you know, one better than Arsenal, and then I think you know, shout out to Arteta. The game plan was on point because for you to stop this PSG's front line from scoring, you have to really, you know, come with a very
solid defense. And we've seen it. Same thing we're seeing in this competition.
Where shout out to Paraguay. You know,
solid.
They were solid. France needed the penalty to score, and we are hoping that
I really want to talk about the goals in this competition.
The goals.
About the goals. It's just the second round.
Yes.
And we are having goals.
No, I heard somebody saying that so far so good. There've been over 100 goals.
Over 200 goals.
I was going to dispute it.
Over
That's why
200 goals.
When I heard 2, I say how?
As at the group stage, the number of goals was already more than every other World Cup. What? As at the group stage, is the number of goals had already broken the record for most goals scored in the World Cup. We did a post on our social media pages. If you want to check it out, go to Talk Through Podcast on everywhere. Talk Through Podcast on Facebook, Instagram,
2026 World Cup.
So on that post, we talked about, you know, different records that this World Cup has broken so far.
215 goals so far.
Yes.
That's a lot, man. Yes. That's a, you know, that's, and then of course, goals make the competition. Goals make football exciting, aside from the other things, and there's just something a goal does to you. Yeah. You know, when it goes in. So that's why it's obviously there's been an increase in the number of teams. But that doesn't mean that it will translate into goals.
Yes, and
you could have also had 0-0. You know,
even
draw,
if the number of
1-1 draw.
Yes,
draw
even the number of teams increased. We're talking about goals per games.
Yeah.
So there's a certain number of games that
you have seen.
Yes.
I mean, look at this round of 32. You look at Belgium and Senegal. How the 3-2 scoreline.
There's 5 goals already.
Argentina and Cape Verde.
That's
another 3-2.
That's 5 goals.
You know, that's 5 goals. Look at
Morocco at Rio
1-3 against Canada. You know, Brazil. Who did Brazil beat last? Okay, 2-1 against against Japan. So you see that there's been, you know, a lot of goals.
Yeah. So another thing I want to talk about is look at whoever is going to be the top goal scorer in this World Cup. Absolutely. Most likely, you know, score over 10 goals.
Yes, it's looking like they are all down on 7 goals now.
7 goals.
Messi,
Mbappe and
Haaland.
Yes,
7 goals.
And I think
then you have a Dembele. How many goals have
Dembele? I think it's 4 or 5 goals. I'm not sure.
5. So you have
this guy from England, Harry Kane, 6 goals.
6 goals.
Yes.
Plus yesterday's one.
I think including yesterday's one.
So you can see that, man, and those guys have had very amazing.
And they still have at least
seasons.
how many games to go for them to get to the finals?
Yes.
Maybe 4 games or 3.
Even if they get to the semi-finals, once they cross the quarterfinal stage, they're
semi-finals,
you're
going to play 2 more games.
You know, so that's you are expecting at least 10 goals. You know, for whoever. It could even be a tie. It could be a tie, and then both of them would get to go home with the pack. So and then we don't. So far, so good. It's also looking like the MVP is between these same guys because Mbappe has been phenomenal.
Mbappe,
competition.
yes, and he has an assist
he has
with
an
his run,
assist
so
as well.
he has a edge over the
Messi
rest.
has been amazing. You know, so
Messi
far
is
so good.
spectacular, yeah.
Harry Kane has been coming. To
I
the
think
party.
why Messi's case is special is if you consider that he's not a box striker,
Right, right.
and you
Right.
know he's competing with younger guys,
Yeah, younger
guys in their
True,
20s. So
true.
I think that's the
That's very correct. That's why his case is special.
Mhm.
So shout out to all the big players. They've really been coming to the party. And we're looking forward to more exciting. I even think that we might probably do a suggest if we can have a watch party for the final.
yes.
Whoever the teams would be, you know, it's going to be exciting to have a watch party. Talk through podcast, the FIFA World Cup finals.
Mm-hmm.
Come
I think that would
19th
make some sense.
19th
What
of
let's see the
of
calendar.
July. Yes, it's another 2 Sundays from now. Yes, if it's not next week Sunday.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
next week Sunday. This
No,
coming Sunday
no,
is
2 Sundays from now.
yeah, 2 Sundays from now. You get so yeah, it will be nice. So we are. There's still the possibility of a Ronaldo Messi final. There's nothing you can't rule out.
You
Anything.
can't rule out anything at this moment.
There's also the possibility of a Messi Mbappe final.
My dad's fame is saying, "Leave Ororo for me." Who is Ororo?
Ronaldo now.
Oh, see Ronaldo. They're frying.
Shout out to you, my dad's
They're
fame.
frying
Don't worry,
today.
he's gonna score a hat trick tonight. He's gonna, he likes to come to the party when it has to do with big games.
And that's the bad thing. He doesn't mind scoring a hat trick.
He would just score hat trick
even if
today,
he
no?
loses. You
You know,
understand?
and it would be
He doesn't
it
mind
would be
scoring a hat trick.
incredible. Yes, that's CR7 for you. You know, yeah, you can. They can.
Yes. So they should go ahead, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're changing the.
We're gonna probably also talk about some feedbacks I'm seeing on
Okay, for our recent topics.
Yes, not
Okay.
even the Olosho vibes. I'm seeing I'm seeing a video of ours that is very, you know, when CDO was explaining the whole Olosho stuff. And I'm seeing
Okay.
your comments. I'm seeing what people are saying. But so yeah, moving on. For tonight's game, what will be your predictions?
Well,
Spain, Portugal.
of course, I'm just.
Have you been impressed with the Spanish team?
No, not exactly. Not exactly.
So where do you think the
Not exactly.
difference is
I think.
the team that won the Euros and how they played, how they dominated Europe, and then where do you think the
I think
Messi
Yamal has
is?
not come to the party. I mean, it's my lookout is the one I'm looking out for in this World Cup.
He was exceptional at that Euros.
Yes, and Pedri too has been not overwhelming, just there. Even though on paper he seems to be the best player on paper for the Spanish team, he's not been there per se. And
But
I
they have
miss
the Rodri.
and I miss
Rodri
Fermin.
has
Rodri is Rodri.
Yeah.
Rodri is just solid. He's just solid.
That's one challenge that the Portuguese team might experience tonight because from what I see, that combination between Bruno Fernandes, what's this guy, Vitinha, and Neves, I'm hearing that
It's not clicking.
against
And
Croatia, they
So
literally
this game might be a
overran
game
them.
of a better midfield. Whoever has a better midfield will win this
yeah,
game.
and you know both teams. You know the Spanish team is big on
Midfield, yeah.
controlling from the middle.
Yes.
You know, and the Portuguese team with a Bruno Fernandes who also hasn't come to the party yet. People are saying that he hasn't stepped up compared to what he did for United. You know, so you expect Spain, Portugal is going to be in the middle of up front. You know, if Ronaldo gets 3 chances, you expect him to score at least one. I don't know if it's the same for this. You know,
The thing is,
team.
the Spanish team
And
has
is this guy that has been scoring for them most of their goals?
Oyarzabal.
Yes.
Yes.
So
The thing is, Spain has
Yeah.
options in the front.
mm.
There's Yamal, there's Oyarzabal, there's another guy, and
Nico
there's
Williams is not in this team.
Nico Williams is on the team, but he has been on the bench. Even
Those
going
were
to,
the guys at the
even going to
Euros.
the World Cup.
Yeah.
Even going to the World Cup is a miracle for Nico Williams.
Wow.
It was not impressive last season in the league.
Those were the
So,
guys at the Euros. Yamal
Yes,
and Nico Williams.
so-
And that's why Barca was trying to sign him.
sign him exactly. So he's not been
So-
impressive this last season. And there's
see.
Danny Olmo that
Olmo
knows how to bring the ball from the midfield to the attack. He
yeah.
likes tight spaces and all that. So if you watch, something is just not clicking yet for Spain. Something is not clicking, but if it clicks today, and they have a revenge against Portugal. So they might turn up today. There's a revenge between Mendes and Yamal too for the PSG versus Barca beef. And there's this one from Vitinha and Pedri. Want to know who is the best, midfielder?
Yeah, okay.
So there's a good. It's going to be going to be a crack.
Game. Expect to be an exciting game. So the other one, which is Argentina is playing tomorrow morning, early hours of the morning now.
Yeah, no, not early hours. That's 5 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay, so that means
The next game is USA Belgium.
USA Belgium.
We have lost 2 hosts in this competition so far. Mexico has gone home. Canada has gone home.
And they give a very good account of themselves.
What are we hearing about the red card for that?
Yes, that
Nigerian-born guy.
That is going to play in this game.
Suspended
today.
his red card too.
Yes.
Which was he because of
They said
Ronaldo?
they said they activated Article 17.
You
I have to
see,
go and find out what's in that.
Article 17 is because of Ronaldo. All you Ororo fans, this is what has happened to football because they want to give Ronaldo a suspended red card. They are now suspending red card for people. Ronaldo was not supposed to play 2 games in this World Cup. He was supposed to miss the first 2 games because he had a red card in the qualifiers. You understand? They was suspended. He has served 1, and they suspended the other 2 so that he will not miss the first 2 games. That he will go and serve the red card later. Is it when he retires? If he drops out of this World Cup and he now retires, that will not serve the red card. You see this thing now because of that guy. Now they are suspending the red card for somebody. Let's see what happens.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see.
So USA Belgium. USA has been a revelation at this World Cup. Shout out to Pochettino.
Yes, USA.
What he has done.
Very impressive.
And leading to the World Cup, if not all of the friendlies they played, they just collect. Me, I was like, wow. I'm telling you, I was like, this Poch where these people go sign. What did they happen? 3-0, 3-2, what they were. Only for them to come to the World Cup and then this is their best.
Their best outing so far.
Best outing so far. So if Belgium plays the way they played against Senegal, I don't see them. I don't see them. Getting past the U.S. national team. Of course, those ones will have the country, the entire country behind them.
And they are very interested in football now.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
and then so far so good. It's gonna be. I won't be surprised if it goes to penalties, because hey, I'll be rooting for the U.S. national team now because I've really not been impressed with Belgium. I felt that Senegal just gave them that game they were not supposed to. Have. Yeah. So for me tonight, Portugal, Spain. I'm going with Portugal as always. U.S. Belgium. I think U.S. can go one better. I don't think they've ever got into the quarterfinals of any World Cup before.
Let's consider home advantage.
Yes.
They're playing decent football.
Yeah, they're playing they have a good coach. And so then tomorrow Colombia versus who is Colombia even playing? I don't know how this football plays. Honestly, I saw it just now. I'm like
Colombia,
Switzerland. I'm like, they want still did this competition. Okay, I think they were the one that beat
They
Algeria.
beat one African country, Algeria.
Yes.
Colombia is quite a good team.
Yeah, they are.
Colombia's a good team.
Yeah. What was this guy that was in Liverpool? That was sold to Bayern. He was quite we're the one that beat Ghana now. Ghana didn't, Ghana was poor, man.
Ghana was poor in this competition.
The other thing with the African countries, at least that we have seen, is the issue with the coaching crew leading to the World Cup. So Ghana sacks Otto Addo and brings in Carlos Queiroz, and then you see Tunisia after their first game or their first game, they sacked their coach and they brought in
those two teams were not
yes.
they were not it in this competition.
You get I don't know. I understand if you sack a coach after a qualifier or a friendly, yeah, a few weeks into the World Cup, okay. But the competition has started already.
Tunisia's first game was against who?
I don't know.
I remember.
They lost 4-0.
Against USA?
Yes, I think either 5 or 4. Then the second, Haverina came and lost 4-0. But now saying that he's not a magician. They should not expected him to, perform magic. So, yeah. So that's the thing with African countries. We need to be a lot more decisive. And it also goes to us as Nigerians and Nigerian football. We're hoping that at the end of the day, World Cup don't want to finish.
Yeah, so
now that 14 days now, you don't go, then the clock starts ticking again for 2030.
How's it
So we have to let it not be that in our time that we will not be at the World Cup 3 consecutive times like
it doesn't make sense.
So we need to start building now. There are conversations, here and there about the coach. He hasn't signed a new contract. How are we going to be able to pay him $100K a month? How are we going to afford that? All of those things should just be agreed. If you are not going to be able to pay him, let the African Nations Cup qualifiers are around the corner. That's even where we need to start from. Let's start building from there. Let's see if we can even get to win Nations Cup again. Then before you know it, the T again. Before you know it, bam, is another World Cup qualifiers. We now start hearing Osimhen do, Osimhen no do, Finidi no do. Playoff, this one, that one. Let's say we know the go. Who is even hosting that one? So we cannot afford.
We need to start building now.
We need to start building, and the kind of quality we have. I saw a video yesterday, 2 nights ago, where Ademola Lukman and Burna Boy kind of like hooked up somewhere, and Burna was saying that, man, I'm not happy. Yeah, I'm not in this work. I'm not happy. I'm like, nobody is. I mean, for the first time you have 10 African countries
and Nigeria. Kai.
Abba now. Abba reason I'm now. It should not be heard of now. That's why people would get mad, the banter us now. You get, so we need, that means the next World Cup we're gonna have 10 African countries again.
Yes. So do you think Africa has justified the slots? Because people are complaining about the 10 slots for African teams.
So Spain, Morocco, and Portugal. So Spain, Morocco, and Portugal.
Hosting the next one. That's the first intercontinental World Cup.
We now, Africa, they part of people they host. We home. So we cannot afford not to be. I honestly feel, yes, if you have 10 African countries, 9 qualify to the round of 32. One is in the round of
one is in the
16 already.
Round of 16.
And then look at the quality of play. Again, yeah, we lost. You look at the way we were not
disgraced. Yes,
I don't think we're
maybe only one team.
Cape Verde and Argentina. Look at Senegal and Belgium. Look at Ivory Coast and Norway. So you want, and it says a lot about where our football is.
Cape Verde kept the whole world on its toes in midnight.
I'm telling you.
Everybody was on their toes.
It's incredible. So yeah. I'm sure that Gattuso now, shout out to him, he's a legend in Italian football, and then in the game, he would be rethinking what he said about you know, FIFA giving Africa 10 slots.
Was he saying that because Italy did not qualify?
Yeah, you know, he had even said that before before their last game, their playoff game that they lost. People were now telling him, okay, so how far, bros?
Exactly.
How far now?
Exactly.
How far? Who did they even play? Oh, I saw that game. It was a mess. Italy had it in their hand. I think they were even leading set. For them to have now, lost, considered, I think,
back to back, they have not been in the World Cup.
They haven't.
No, they don't have any rights. It doesn't have any rights to condemn African team.
You know, so yeah, for me, we were not disgraced
at all.
It would have been a case of 10 African people qualified to the World Cup by round of 32. 9 don't go out.
Yeah, exactly. That's when
one
yeah,
can't enter round 32. Then they can't beat down on common. You know, so yeah, and then the quality of game. First game is really people go to collect, but African team scored. Ivory Coast scored 5 goals. Ivory Coast scored 5 goals in the World Cup. You know,
so what Africa needs to work on is those things that we have mentioned. You know, concentration.
Some people say it's inferiority.
I think so. I think so.
When you're playing against European countries, but Cape Verde didn't show that against.
There was no sign of it.
Messi, they came out. Look at their second goal. Look at the equalizer. It was a stunner. You want to look at that goal and then rate it as one of the goals of the tournament.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to put it in that bracket.
Yes. If you mean to tell me that if Cape Verde got to somewhere like semi-final, the keeper won't be keeping the keeper of the tournament.
Now, absolutely.
Many decent saves.
Absolutely. You get so yeah. It would be justifiable to have that. So the more reason why out of 10 countries that will be going to Morocco, Spain, and Portugal, you cannot afford not to be. And I'm not even saying go through playoff. Win the
thing on time and settle. See, you won't have more time to train, to build your team, to build your formation and everything. When you have won early, when you've qualified on time,
right?
All that playoff, they put pressure on you.
Yes, now
you will not start. Instead of you thinking ahead, you are thinking about the next team you are playing. You're thinking about the.
I mean, look at the routes. First play 4 teams. We played against Gabon, beat Gabon. Then
I don't even blame our current coach. I think our coach was the one that even took us.
Yes, took us to that.
So we had already dropped points.
Yes, now that means if he had come in, earlier, he probably would have taken us, to the World Cup, and then we could have just gone ahead. And I strongly believe that we would have beaten that Canadian team.
Yes, there's some teams for the competition we could beat them.
We could beat that Canada team.
We could beat Belgium.
South Africa. You get. So we still have the quality, and we are discovering players every now and then.
See, whenever you want to think about it, you now think of Osimhen.
Yes.
At what age will he now go to the World Cup?
Go at 30 now. He's 27 now.
Will not be jumping. Will he be able to jump that is jump that?
He's a fighter now.
Will he be able to really still have that fight in him?
31-year-old players in the World Cup now.
Will he
have a
be
41-year-old? So you still expect the Lookman to be there, 29 or 30. It's 26 now, or 25. You still have.
Anyway, we have the Nations Cup too.
A team is made up of both youth and experience. So probably these guys will be the ones to give that experience to the guys like Zadok, Joanna.
Yeah,
that's an exciting player.
Yes,
player we want
to look out for him in this new season coming up.
Season for Brighton, and then Nations Cup, and then there are younger ones coming through. So the future is bright for us as always. We just have to build, and build in time. That's what we need to do. We need to be clinical. There's no time to be doing long things. Once the competition starts like this, win your home games. The way FIFA does this, the groupings for the competition, you expect your big teams to go through.
Yes,
that's the way they do it.
Yes, I seeded.
Expect your big teams to go through. There is no reason why South Africa should have gone ahead of us. There is no reason. There's no reason now. We could have won that group convincingly.
Qualify first.
Yes.
Then we'll talk about the rest later.
We're losing unnecessarily, drawing, and then that fight between Osimhen and Kennedy. Very unnecessary stuff. So once you qualify like that, you are home and dry. You can now begin to build. You get, so that's what we need to do. But like you said, we need to start from the Nations Cup. Nigerians need to have something to, rejoice. And Nations Cup is next year. You get, so the qualifiers are just around the corner. So we need to have, and I'm also hearing that Nations Cup would also be increased. I think I've heard that story. The number of
teams. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, let's start from there. Let's make it through, and then give Nigerians something to be excited about. And before you know it, the World Cup in Africa, it would be Africa and Europe.
It's not. Africa hosted the World Cup before. Kudos to South Africa. They did well in that one.
Yeah. They were the first. As the first African to host the
Nigeria
World Cup.
did on the 20s or on the 19th World Cup.
Yeah, the one that had
Nigeria 99.
Ronaldinho.
It was a wonderful one. So we're talking about Talk Through podcast. We want to look at
oh yes. I have some. I wish His Excellency was here. So we have a conversation here where he was explaining the difference between or the categories of the runs girl and yes, the difference between runs girl and so let's go through the comments. Exciting. With Nigerians in the comment section, somebody saying this brought is talking from experience. Another person say this man is the king in this game. Like, okay. Somebody say master with two hands raised up. Thank you, sir, for making them understand. And then you have experience is the best teacher. Somebody says confirm legend. Someone says how you take no. See the way he is explaining it. Then I have some reply. Somebody is saying was he wrong? Somebody say they do him too now. Nigeria. Somebody say who cast update. This guy and a legend. So much knowledge. His uncle and Olosho consultant. That is uncle and Olosho consultant. Yeah, if that, but I say there's even has to say you be Olosho consultant. Someone says customer dad and facts. Then somebody says Oga, all is prostitution, which is an interesting conversation. So all is put under the bracket of prostitution. We agree with that.
Well, everything that involves offering someone's body for sexually for material gain.
Right.
That's how it was defined that day.
Right.
Then that's the true definition. Everything that involves that, including the new names that are going to come in future. The names are not exhaustive.
Yeah.
There are many other names that have been used in the past, and there are many that are going to be used in future. Then all of them are equal to prostitution. And so it's important that it's not about the title, it's not about the name that you give to it, it's about the actions. And there are different reasons that people give for going into that lifestyle.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is that we use a platform like this.
Yeah.
Not just to identify them, but to also reach out to them, tell them that that's not the way.
That's not the way.
That's not the way. There's no gain.
That's the idea
in selling your body.
That's the idea behind what we do on Talk Through podcast. And then there are also some conversations that have been on for a while that we were also looking at talking about on this FIFA World Cup special edition. loads of conversations, but one now that is before every one of us is the whole um Olodo uprising. That's the one that is also in the front burner. But before I go to the source of that Olodo uprising, we know where it's from. YC was on the podcast recently, and then he made that statement and also mentioned names. But yesterday, after church, we were just chilling. So I saw a video. Where a gospel music producer in the gospel space. I think it was maybe like he was invited to speak somewhere, and they gave an example. I'll tell you where I'm going. They give an example of he was teaching, and he said that Christ is the only sacrifice, that was made once and for all. And then when a minister comes up, with due respect, comes and sings, "I am your sacrifice, I am your worship," that means you are calling yourself. And the moment I saw that, I was like, oh, is this necessary? What is this now? Why we? Then I just scrolled past. Then I scrolled past 2 videos after, I see him again. Doing an apology video. I'm like,
oh, he has apologized.
I'm like, this is not necessary. Why are you doing an apology? Why are you saying that he apologized? People are saying that he took a jab at Minister Dunsin and all that, and that's not what he meant. It was interpreted out of context that he will make a video explaining what he meant. I just said, man, this body of Christ. So this morning, in fact, he said that they didn't play the video to the end. He said that people were saying that, he was attacking Minister Dunsin and Pastor Lawrence Oyo. So I didn't see the So this morning I now saw a tweet. You know how bloggers, and thank God you are here. You are in the kingdom space. You are a content creator, blogger. I also think that people who are referred to as gospel blogs have become a problem to the body. I'm going to come to that. So I saw a post saying that Lawrence Oyo replies, SMJ. Like, what is it again? So I thought it was a video, so I thought to look, and I saw that it was on, I think it was on Twitter or something. They caught that post that SMJ was talking, and then they munched Lawrence Oyo's comment, saying that this is part of the
Olodo uprising.
I almost wanted to post like, God, now help this your body. Bro, what is happening?
Okay, so first of all, let me speak for bloggers. Gospel bloggers are quite decent, very decent, compared to what we call when we mention what bloggers. First of all, in general, I think it's selected individuals that are good at bringing out issues and trying to create controversy and all that. It's not even all bloggers that do that. Right. So there are bloggers that do that specifically. And I would say out of 100 gospel bloggers, maybe only 5 do that. If there are 100 gospel bloggers, only 5% do that. I think, in fact, my own issue with gospel bloggers is that they don't even, not necessarily create controversies, but create talking points. They avoid that a lot. Because you know why? The Dunsin Oyekan is their customer. Potential clients. The SMJ is a potential client. We need they need these people on their platforms, or they need their music on their platforms. So they avoid that.
Right.
I would say I am even one of the few that goes far to mention names or deal with issues like this. When I see an issue like this, from the biblical point of view,
Right.
if someone says it is wrong to say or sing, I am a living sacrifice, or I am a sacrifice, all I just need to do is go in the Bible and search for what the scripture says about it.
Right.
If there's any place where the Bible says that offer up your body as living sacrifice unto the Lord, then that means somebody can sing it and say, I am a sacrifice.
Right.
I am a living sacrifice. So I think the issue with, I thank God it's on this same podcast I said it. The moment somebody starts speaking and people start giving him thumbs up, wow, that guy is fine, that guy speaks well. Give him small time. It's only a matter of time. He go Messian, he go Jabo. And that is what happened to SMJ. I wish anybody can watch this and tell him that you get on platforms to speak. You are speaking as a music producer. Maybe you have the calling of a teacher. Maybe you have the calling of an apostle, or to, maybe you need to study a little more. Maybe before you speak, you consider, the biblical point of view of what you're saying.
What is it about this generation of ministers and calling out fellow
Everybody
ministers?
wants to
What is
teach.
it about?
Everybody wants to correct.
I remember the episode we had. Is it denomination or is there revival? And I remember studio saying that the current problem we have with the body of Christ now is this thing.
Microphones, cameras.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Wow.
And then also the media teams, and the people who do, like we called it, PR for these churches. I'm a broadcaster. We're into
Media.
kingdom stuff. We would not cut out that part where SMJ was even saying that thing on our platform.
Anybody else could have done that. Anybody could have done that.
We would not.
Because you have a standard.
We would not do that.
Because that's why I said, see, out of the 100
We would
media,
not do that.
100 Christian media practitioners that I know,
It's
only
better you
5.
play the entire, maybe it's even better to play the entire video, but we will not touch it with a
Me,
phone.
I'm telling you that is the default for Christian. That's why I respect Christian bloggers and Christian media practitioners. I'm saying it as a matter of fact that only a handful will do that, and I'm saying I lean more to the side of people that will do that.
Yeah, I know.
Only for the sake of the scriptures is meant for reproof.
Right.
If somebody says it is wrong, because they said it to people that they were laughing. I watched the video this morning. When he said the people were laughing, that means they buy into what he was saying.
Yeah.
If I was there, I would say, "Oh God, what are you saying?" Me, I will talk him. I would say, or at the best, if it's somebody I consider older than me, it's not older than me. But if it's somebody I consider older than me, I would say, "Excuse me, sir, have you checked the scriptures to say that the Bible says we are living sacrifice, or we should offer ourselves as living sacrifice? Have you checked the scriptures before you make this conclusion?" So people would just sit down, they laugh. You dey for church, pastor would just talk one thing, you go wait till they laugh.
Because by the day, we thought it was first between the older ministers. Now you can see it's coming down to.
There's a major problem
people.
where everybody
And
wants to
asking
teach.
myself. I'm asking. The fault I even have with the guy is, in fact, I even felt more disgusted when I saw the apology video. I'm like, why are you doing an apology?
Except you are.
I did an apology.
is that
Now. You don't
admitting,
already, yes, now.
Okay.
You to listen to yourself. You
Okay.
sang the song, you hummed the song, you say, you even put with due
It
respect.
was condescending. It was condescending.
You are not
The
coming to
way
make an
the
apology.
way you him. I think the
Yes.
apology is okay.
Oh,
I think if you
what
do
are
wrong,
making an apology for?
I think if you do wrong, you should apologize.
No, now.
I think if you do wrong.
Why
But
what's it
but
make
the
you talk
problem
before?
the problem now, camera, lights, and action, like you said.
Yes, there's something our camera like that. Look at us on Talk Through Podcast. We're not blowing our trumpet. We find it difficult to even mention names.
That's why you
The
don't say.
excellency will not agree.
Yeah, you agree. Yes.
You say no, except it's in a good light.
Make your point without
But what
calling
is it
names.
about us? Always wanting.
He
to
hummed the
keep-
song in a condescending way.
You understand? It's becoming
See,
becoming
I see. And they always they talk this thing.
cause for concern.
And they always they talk this thing, and this is what they usually say. They always say, like I always say too. That's what they usually say. You call somebody. I don't know the context of that program. I don't know if it was to teach gospel lyrics
or music production.
If it's music production, what it concern you with what the person did? If a music producer is what you are, and that is your skill and that is your gifting, that is your calling, what it concern you and lyrics? Unless they invite you as songwriter to teach songwriting, and can you teach songwriting with the Bible without condemning another person's song? Especially when you are wrong. See, he's wanting to apologize. Oh. The guy could apologize because of the backlash, but does he know he's grossly wrong? That's why I had to quote
what some people are saying.
Scriptures first.
Apart from apologies, do you know that you have just misled a group?
Yes. Does he know he's very wrong?
Or he's just apologizing because backlash. And
I think CDO is trying to reach us. Someone should go.
And you know the way the body of Christ is now.
Oh, let me call him.
Or the world. The world has become a global village. Whatever you drop today in Nigeria, bam, is everywhere. And this is the beginning of other things that would happen. My own conversation is usually if you don't agree with me, can you? If you don't agree with me on a doctrine, on a doctrinal basis, can we treat it off camera? Can we have that conversation?
Yes.
Have a decent conversation
off
camera. If I'm the leader of the, if not that, most times we have some hidden, agenda inside. If I'm a leader of a community and I want to come and correct a doctrine, people said that, Apostle Paul rebuked Peter, but it was once we saw that he did that. It wasn't a norm like it is now. It wasn't a norm that you saw it once and then that was it, but now it's becoming a norm. So I'm saying that, do we have relationships with? Can we pick up the phone and call and not make it a media, kind of like a media?
Because the devil actually feeds on these things. Yes.
We are looking. How are we looking before the world? How are we even looking before our own people? How are we looking before ourselves? We're now beginning to cancel ourselves. Is that what you get? So is seriously something. And then when I saw the response by Lawrence,
he said the load of uprising. But I think in the gospel side it's not even a load of uprising. I think it's I too know uprising. I posted that just about 10 minutes before we came on the live. That there's an I too know uprising where somebody teaches something and before you digest it you just want to come and give a rebuttal. You come online and start condemning or start saying things, and it's not necessary sometimes. We did. I personally did an error here on set where I said Jesus Christ said something, and somebody came to our comment section very respectful. If you see the way my body calmed down, the person said, "No, it wasn't Jesus that said that. It was Isaiah." You get the sweet people body.
There's even a way that you make your case in the comments. Have you seen believers engage one another in the comments?
Yes, sir.
Or should we even call them believers? Should we call the people who engage, one another in the comments? Because you expect that, for example, if a pastor makes a post or does a video, you expect that mostly it's believers that will come and be, if that's your thinking, that means that, believers just make a mess of things in the comments, insulting. Somebody wants, are you sure? Are we still Christians in these comments? Can we not just make our point respectfully and just walk away? Then these ministers also have relationships. They have I'm sure they have numbers. They meet at events. They know each other. So if you have a problem with that song, you
can actually reach out to the person.
Why use that platform That's what I was saying. What's the apology for?
Mm.
You have said what you said. You have instructed a generation. They probably look up to you.
Yes.
You know, you have vibed.
That's why we should be very careful.
We have to
Should
be very careful.
Mm. Once you're a public figure, you are equal to a teacher.
And like I said in my heart, I like this small lifting where God don't they lift you now. We have not even gotten. I saw a live by Daddy Freeze and one guy, and he said that Burna Boy makes up to 80. The caption was that Burna Boy is the biggest, or is the one that is making, how did he say it, the most money amongst all the artists. And he said Burna makes between $80 million to $100 million.
Mm.
You get? That's how much he makes. For somebody to making that money, yeah, that means no be small, not global star. You
Wow.
get?
You see the car he bought recently?
Yes, I saw it. Bugatti, 9 billion naira. So you see, that's influence. We now just small influence we got they give us now. We don't want the you know.
All right, Bible.
Do you understand?
But see, I was saying this to somebody today, that there is a, I mean, it cuts across both sections, but there's an arrogance that comes with once saved forever saved type of gospel when it comes to correcting other Christians, fellow believers. You know, I usually feel that once saved forever saved gospel is not the people that have that mentality of the gospel. Their default setting is to review other Christians, not to preach the gospel to the lost. The concept of once saved forever saved is an argument against other Christians that think that if you sin, you lose your salvation.
Right.
So the concept of people that have this hyper grace is against. That's why they call other Christians legalist or legalistic, or law abiding Christians. You understand? So that's why I fear that type of gospel. I fear it. And I was hoping that was something that we're going to discuss very soon.
Yes, something
on
we're
the
going to
podcast.
discuss, and then
Bring somebody that's quite knowledgeable on that,
and then we'll have that conversation. Obviously, we have our own divides. We have where we are leaning towards. I personally don't believe that when you put your faith in Jesus and accept Him as your Lord and Savior, then you make an error, then you go to hell. I don't believe that. What takes you to hell is if you, for lack of a better word, remove your faith that you have placed in the sacrifice of Jesus. That's what makes you. I don't believe that you make a mistake. You now go to hell. But that's a conversation for the Bible didn't say that. So, but that's the conversation. Like you, and I agree with you. Because this concept is usually preached amongst believers. It's not, being, like you said, it's not
evangelistic.
Yes. But even that, there's a way we can do that. There's a way we can do that and not go as direct as all, use words like demonic. The way.
And that was why I said it cuts across both ways, because the person that first of all used demonic, does not follow the Osas message, the hyper grace message. The person that first said, you are demonic to say that. That's why I admit now that it cuts across both ways. So I'm just saying that the whole idea behind it.
Well, God really needs to guide His people. I honestly don't feel that this way we are going about. I know there are better ways to correct. I know there are better ways to do the things we're doing. I know people have said it before. If you see a pastor do something you don't agree with, pick up the phone and call him now. Why do you want to use your pulpit? Some people have said, well, I don't agree. If he does it and it's in the open, you too. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Yeah, but I just feel there's a way. The way we are going now is trickling down. We have seen it with musicians, with even younger generation. We've seen last with Jaga and Ebuka and all that. We've seen all. It just became all messy. You know, it's as if the focus was we just moved the focus away from the assignments we're given and we're beginning to attack
Oh,
each
my
other.
brother, that assignment.
We're
See,
given an assignment.
there's something that the pastor once said that he never pay you for body. So you get where assignment will pay you for body. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. So you get where it will pay you for body. You don't go even remember all these things.
Given an assignment.
And the truth is this: we're making
a
big.
remember.
See, we're making a big mistake.
The harvest is there out there,
My brother,
bro.
we're making a
The
big mistake.
harvest is out there. That's what we need to be. Apart from even the harvest, the culture of the kingdom that Jesus said we should go ye into the world and disciple. Do you know what it means to disciple?
We're making a big mistake. And even we, both of us, right now, is that we are assuming that the body of Christ, anytime we want to say something about the body of Christ, is the people in the limelight, is the celebrities, is this. See, the body of Christ, when they do the body of Christ work, they're not even there online, they're not the social media, they're not there all these things. I'm not saying the ones that are there are not doing, but they did the field, they preach.
I'm telling you.
They did the ghetto, they did the slum. You understand?
But
We
again-
brought Pastor.
But again, bro, which field can be bigger than
And the media, internet space, and all that.
Bozigwa, the Cape Verde keeper that went to the 2026 World Cup with 500k?
Blow up on
Imagine
the
saying get 500k for disciples that
That's
he's,
true.
he's preaching to, he's sending. Imagine say that guy now at the end of that thing lifted up his shirt and Jesus is Lord. That's 23 million people.
And
So
see,
which
I quite
which
understand
man
that.
of God has 23 million?
I quite understand
Instagram
that. Yes.
followers?
Yes, you have a valid point there.
Which
You
man
know?
of God has 23 million followers within, when did the World Cup start?
Less than a
June.
month ago.
Less than a month ago. See harvest now.
That's true.
So as much as I know that the harvest is in the field, but being able to look at the debate between who the goats are. Ronaldo has over 700 and something million Instagram followers, bro. So as much as yes, it's in the field, but now our children are being discipled by people who are online. The culture of the pop culture came into our spaces via the media platform. That's why media has become very strategic. So when we get on our platforms, we are bringing message. We have to be mindful, because otherwise, this one they don't even serious. They have themselves. I beg all these church people. So we have that's why it's become very important. That's why ministries invest in this. But we have to know that we're not investing in this because we want to,
Then
want to.
another thing is,
You get.
may they not turn them to, may you not go turn to Tupac and Biggie.
Yes,
kind
now
of thing,
CDO,
because
CDO is the first person I heard say it now 2 years ago.
they're going to
Very
carry
soon.
gun. They're going to
Yes.
carry gun and watch each other.
That very she said it here before I now heard Apostle Selman say it at one of last year's that
You know
very
they talk
soon.
to Tupac and
CDO
Biggie
has been
because
saying it.
they
that
go
very
meet for
soon.
events.
I say Baba, you say they look now. Say the way ministers are going, they'll start pulling out guns at each other. I say Baba, which one? Before I heard Apostle
But they don't
Selman
use gun
say it.
threaten my guy before now. We formed one organization, Gospel Unlimited Nigeria. That time, God rest her
Toy
soul.
gun.
No, wait now. God rest her soul. Kefi just passed on. So that association took it upon themselves to rally around a family, plan a burial, bring her body to Nigeria. I think she lost her life outside the country or so. And that was how, they were doing it. So the people that were closer to her, that were actual friends, now said, who na be? When I go come do this thing? We go knock on something, Somebody said, I was not there, and I said, they say, but the person where they tell, now he tell me. Say, I'm not try, they carry gun for my boot. Like the gospel artist, top gospel artist said that to him. I go knock you something. So CDO said it that day. I'm not surprised. Because these people are going to meet themselves at events.
I mean, how do you all want to?
Do you understand?
Very correct. We imagine you invite all of us. So
See the ones will take themselves go EFCC. No wonder. See, now later you will come to understand what Jesus Christ talk or apostle talk. Say how you believers go on carry on a case, go meet unbelievers to help and judge them. See the ones who carry themselves go EFCC. Don't forget, say that small industry, the very small industry, that you are going to meet, be invited at the same event someday. You're going to have an artist that is going to become a big name someday that will come to this event, and you too, the other person too, will come to this event, and you guys are going to meet at the event. Are you not going to be looking at the poster to say who are you inviting? We've heard that one to happen. That people will ask who is coming to your event before they will go. Do you understand? We've heard talking about reviewing somebody's lyrics, where somebody says, Oniduro mi Eshemu. Another person said, how can you call God Oniduro? You know, and it turned to a big
in CDO's voice. Wahala just there everywhere.
Wahala everywhere. You understand?
Oh my God.
Do you understand?
That's what I say. I'm like, oh God.
So
what again?
The only angle where me I they come from all these things, the only angle I like to come from is what does the Bible say? I don't care how old you don't do the ministry. I don't care how many numbers of followers you get, how many albums you don't make, how many people you don't produce for. I always ask a simple question. On this particular subject, what did the Bible say? Then why didn't you check what the Bible said before you carry microphone for public events? They talk nonsense. Do you understand? That it is good for us to review issues.
Yeah.
I have no doubt about that. It is good for us.
Even that, is there a better way to do it? Can we do it behind closed doors? Is there a way we can do it so that we don't make a mockery of ourselves? We don't mess things up. There has to be a way of, because now we're not just preaching to ourselves. There are other people who are looking at us. Then even our followers can be, you know how it is now. Followers can begin to attack, this person, my person. It's just like as the body of Christ is. You dare say something about Pastor Nat negative. Me, say about
there's an army. Yes, there's an army.
You understand? So are we not mindful of these things when we just, even when he's wrong, even if he's wrong, for example, we don't just come talk anything. The way we be now, we go.
I know we have said it here too.
Mindful.
See, people need to watch our podcast more. We have said it here too that
be mindful.
Some people use controversy to try and get ahead. Do you understand? Because when you review something, when people are talking about something and you just say about attack a popular person. Yeah, it's a strategy to also get to that level of conversation. So people do that too. People do that. It could be deliberate, but it's not a good.
But there's a way.
It's not a good thing
in our kingdom. Every strategy now will
they go call the copy.
To do the things that we do. So yeah. So it was that Olodo this thing. Another Olodo uprising that I saw from Pastor Lawrence. I made me laugh like, oh yeah. But the whole thing about Olodo uprising started when YC had that conversation on that podcast. I know that people have said many things about the Nigerian youth. People have called Nigerian youth lazy. People have said Nigerian youth are not employable. All kinds of things have been said about the Nigerian youth. And then YC specifically mentioning Pella was another angle that people started saying, okay, do you prefer that this young man that you have called an Olodo now is carrying gun, to make ends meet? This guy is making millions. This guy has how many million streams? This guy is comfortable. Legitimately.
That means people did not watch. People did not watch. I had to go back to watch it. Right? I have another angle. Please remind me to mention the angle. But let me quickly talk about this. What YC said is that he was talking about the people that empower the Olodos.
So first of all, who are for the sake of those who are not Nigerians,
okay,
probably watching, what does Olodo mean?
So Olodo means someone that's dullard, academic dullard.
Okay.
That's the general term.
Yeah.
When you're in school, then and
Yeah.
you get on the zero. They will draw the zero, put ear, put eyes, put nose. They
All
won't put.
kinds of things.
Some will go put musketeer self.
See,
They go put
Nigeria
whiskers there.
is the greatest country in the world. It's the place to be in. Trust me,
place.
if you have not experienced Nigeria before, how that thing take happen, where it come from, I don't know. You score 0 in a test. Just put the zero there.
No.
So you put 0.
They go
They
draw
will
eyes.
put your eyes. They will put your ears. They will put. Oh my
Some
god.
people will come draw 3 whiskers like this. Like, wickedness. So the zero is the Odo in
Odo,
Yoruba.
yes. in
So
Yoruba.
Olodo is the person, the owner of the zero.
Yes.
You understand? So what YC was saying was that people empower that, and that takes me to my point. Let me even make my point clear right now. Is that from my growing up, mentally deranged people were celebrities in every Nigerian environment locality. The best way they run mad was the jester, was the one that they were taunting, one that give them comic relief. The madman that pursue somebody, especially the ones that have drama to it. Madman where they pursue person. People go they celebrate them. They go buy cigar for them, buy bread for them, give them food.
Right.
I grew up witnessing that. I grew up knowing that there was a madman that people had timed as clockwork. By 2 p.m. in the afternoon, he must reach a particular junction. And they go give him Gary. He doesn't miss it by 2 p.m. The first person will notice that in I won't know. We tell everybody say 2 p.m. that man go reach there, and they will give him Gary. So we are a culture. If people don't know this, let them take note of this now. We're a culture that amplifies mental illness, celebrates it to give them money, clothes, food, put them to a celebrity status. There was one at Ojurin railway line. I'm sure it's possible that Uncle Deji Rawa will know this person. He grew up around that area too. That one used to punch people or punch the air. And or pick stones to chase people. He was a popular person. Then everybody knew him. Right. And at the end of the day, they were buying food, they were buying, give him clothes or something. Some people will come and meet him that give us Baba Jebu's course now. You don't hear that one too. Say that they go meet mad people, go ask them, say give me Baba Jebu's course.
Yes. For those who know what's Baba Jebu.
Baba Jebu is gambling. Give us gambling number, betting numbers, betting games numbers. So you see where they go with this thing.
Right.
Down. It can't come internet. Remember one guy where they call Mr. Spell. That guy, if you ask him to spell anything, spell Buhari, he will spell Z-A-B-O-T-P. People go. That guy, they give him 6 million or how much people took him for shopping, gave him clothes, set up place for him, gave him a new haircut, change his appearance and looks. Remember Fish Pie? That guy go to shout Fish Pie. They turn up to celebrity. What do you know this Pella guy? He used to dress in a very Raz way. They made him a celebrity. What's that one's name? That boy that started dressing like a girl. Started like a joke. Bleaching his skin, dressing like a girl. What's that his name again? They turned him to celebrity. So we have that culture before the internet. I just say trace back recently. Now I noticed this thing. I said go any village.
True.
We have this culture. Yeah, the ones that they will tie bell on their leg as they are walking like this in the village. The bell go they ring, people go they use and they play. Check for Nigerian film. Why is when they call you for audition and they want to know whether you're a good actor, they'll say act like a madman. Do you understand? Because now they go test your talent. My point is this. We have always celebrated rasness, craziness, and anything that looks funny before the internet. I'm telling you. Let's be factual. Have we not had conversations here where we are looking for strategies for our online audience and we say we have to dumb down? We have to dumb down this thing. These people don't understand this thing. We have to dumb it down a little. We've had those conversations. It's because we celebrate dumbness. It makes us laugh. It gives us views. It gives us content. Why is Sabinos always the butt of jokes in his comedy. Why every of his comedy must end with him being the butt of the joke, being at the receiving end, being the mumu man, and you are the mumu man. 70 years old man became an anthem. It is because our culture celebrates dumbness. Look at I have more examples.
Right.
Look at our former president Buhari. He gave us enough content. Nigerians will laugh when he makes mistake. When when Tinubu makes mistakes, we will laugh. And when we suppose how can a president should be the sharpest one among us? Right. Go to the animal kingdom. The sharpest animal is the leader. When he becomes weak, somebody else will take over instantly. Right. But we as Nigerians especially, we always use the weakest among us, sickly president, old president. We celebrate Olodo culture. It is not an uprising. It has risen since. It has been our culture ever since. Now it just reached internet. So why Pella is a celebrity is because he speaks bad English. He says nonsense.
And it's funny to people.
It's funny to people.
And he has how many million followers?
Do you understand? And he no more improve on himself. How long did it take you to learn how to speak correctly now? If you deal with babe, wey sabi speak well small, even though she is not too, but she dey try small. At least she finish school.
She graduate now.
You never learn any new word from him. You never learn how to interact from him. Because if he actually behaves well, we lose his audience. Right. Why are pastors? There's a pastor that now my Sunday tonic, I must watch his after Sunday service. He comes on the altar and says nonsense and he dances. And he's very funny. And he has rakes the views. Now my Sunday tonic, I tell you say that they watch him. On Sunday after service, I will just go in channel. You could also hold microphone like this in your hand. You call the dance leg walk. Is that not Olodo uprising? It is in every sector. The smart ones, the intellectual ones, the ones that really have sense, don't pay attention to them. Why is it the nonsense music that blows first? Do you understand? Right. So there is a culture that celebrates it. See, I'm telling you that this is what I personally suffered. When we were growing up, we had, because I was seeing I grew up in Mushin, for example, and my parents took academics serious. And after school you go to lessons. After lessons you come home, you must read. And if I talk to people, they know they look like say they form.
Oh no man,
I don't know. It happened to you too, Abi?
No, yes, no.
They look like say they form. Yeah. I had to dumb down. So I go feel blending. I'm not joking. See, I suffer identity crisis. Like, okay, who I really be? If I day school, I don't feel act like Mushin person. If I day house, I don't feel act like school person. You understand? I have to dumb down. I'm not saying they are dumb people. They are very intelligent. I have friends where they global now. You understand? Very intelligent people. I'm saying just the majority. I had to do because if they don't do like Agbero, they go chance you.
Yeah.
You understand? They go chance you for street, so you have to do like street too, but you have to dumb down. Imagine Solomo. Me, they call names. So say me, I like to call names. Imagine Solomo when he express himself. They collect government posts. They run things. Right. Do you understand? So, and there's a saying that he went to law school, Kilofida. There's a Yoruba song like that. You went go school, what you use and be. Look at Portable, for example. They celebrate humility.
Right.
See this guy where supposed they intelligent. This is an Igbo guy, used to be an actor. He has not acted in a while. Mr. Phenomenon. What's that his real name? Charles Okocha.
Oh yeah.
He used to be, a good actor.
Yes,
used to act.
Doing,
now
what doing?
he does content, skits, another one.
Particular word you use.
Phenomenal. He uses and he says another one too.
Yeah, there's one that
you understand? He think it's not intentional.
Very correct.
Yeah. Look at his children. You know he trained. He's well trained. His mom is still alive. You know he was well trained. You know he also trained his own children well. But the way they feed the audience, now mumulity. They would just go jump on top car. They shout, Mr. Phenomenon, I do this, I do that. Mr. Algorithm is what he calls himself now. Because that's another part we are going to go into. the algorithm. I heard it, I don't know how true it is, but I want to believe it is true. That in China, TikTok is a Chinese company. That what the Chinese people see on TikTok, Chinese 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and so on see, 10-year-olds, and so on, is tech, maths, and beautiful, beautiful things. You know, intellectual things. But what they show us is dancing and shaking of yansh, and many, many, many things that's what we see on our own TikTok, and dumb things. So that's another part we need to go to. Either there's an agenda to make us dumber and argue stupid arguments and watch nonsense. You understand? By some forces, or we are the ones even creating the algorithm to be in that pattern.
Right.
You understand? So these are the issues that I have with Olodo uprising. It is not an uprising. It don't rise. It's an overflow. It's an overflow. You understand?
So
do you have any comments?
If you have, if like you have said now, he's not the guy who's now a TikTok star, global star, or Nigerian star, making all the money. That is not really the issue, but the system that encourages him, and the system that makes him a star. Where does the guy go from this point? Because now I saw a video last week where he went to visit one of the biggest fashion guys in Nigeria, and now was saying to him that, well, you need to go back to school. You need to go back to school. And he was saying that I'll go, but shame I'll go. They will allow me to do my life, sir. I go, the way it up. But go back to school.
He doesn't have to, and that's another thing he needs to learn. He doesn't have to go to a regular school. There are many courses that he can take. There are many things. See, now we see the preach say you don't have to go to school. Just have a skill. Just learn. You can even what he's doing. You can. There are courses for it now. First of all, you just need to brush yourself up.
Right.
Your speaking, your diction, your interaction.
Right.
Learn what is legal.
But is it that easy? Is it easy at that level? Well, when I'm saying at that level, not like he's old, but the level of,
I mean, I don't even agree that he needs to.
That
I don't even agree that he needs to go to a regular school. If he has the finance, I believe that's one of the things you mentioned. He has the funding, he has the finance.
Yeah.
You can learn a course, you can get a teacher, you can get certificates. So you don't need. See, that's another thing. We they go back to where we they escape from. We are going back to where we are escaping from. That it is not by school per se, regular university of this, university of that. No, that's not what people are coming out from that. People are getting certifications outside. I'm not doing what I studied in school. You understand? I'm sure. I don't know if you are. You understand? So what we know what is school impact for our life.
Right.
So the same thing applies to him.
But do you think that environment will do something to him? Perhaps that's why people are saying to go back to school, because there's definitely something the four walls of the university does to interact.
I don't necessarily
from the classroom.
I don't necessarily. There are many people. There are many. There are many. What about footballers? What about there are many people, musicians that never went to the four walls of the university. Well, you're already in life. You're already in the four walls of life. But just brush yourself up. See, there are many illegal things that he has done in the course of streaming life. Say people never just put eyes. You understand? They argue with policeman, they record, they shout. They drive rough, they stream. You understand that jail putting life of others in danger. They never just get in time. So as they enjoy the momulity, make it enjoy and they go. But he needs to brush up himself. It is necessary for every one of us. Even we still there, we still they read now. We still they read, we still they try to brush up our skills. You understand? So he needs to. Every one of us need to. This applies to everyone.
So why are people coming for YC?
That's why I said they don't understand what YC was saying. They don't understand what YC was saying. You know, even last week I even said even the YC call. It's not as if YC has released any intellectual song. Not be Jagaban.
Somebody said that thing too.
Not be Jagaban himself sing. Not be Jagaban. Now his song, now the song will blow up that year now. But it was as if he has said anything intellectual that was bring out Nigeria from Quagmire.
It sounded quite.
So the ability to speak English too, another different thing from being intellectually sound. Ability to put correct English words together. It's not as if YC has sung anything that would change our situation as Nigerians. So he's still enjoying the Olodo uprising too. he's still a beneficiary.
Man, this social media age is just an interesting age. You do a video, you do a podcast, you appear on a podcast, you do something, and then boom, it becomes the talk of the moment. That's what we're seeing with the whole uprising thing. Yeah, and some people say that hey, it's making legit money. So
yes,
the people who go school go in, they employ them.
That's true.
Employ them. So what do you mean by
that's true.
And then why are they always picking on him? That's what his wife was saying. They are married now.
I think was the introduction they did or marriage? Wow.
So the wife took him out and said that why they always man. That's when he now said that thing. Said that you the wife said waiting. So maybe people again we don't have patience. We don't have. That's why that clickbait. That's 1 minute, 2 minutes, video. Once they
YC actually commended him. If you watch that video, there was a part where YC said, "I don't have anything against him. Kudos to him, man. Make the money anyhow you can, as long as it's legit." Yes, right. But he said he was attacking the people funding or hyping. Now hype the hype portable until he's go to slap pastor now.
Isn't it interesting that some brands will come for people like that because they have the money?
Yes, that's the only currency for brands coming to you. That's the only thing we have to tell ourselves truth. There's a church now in the US. Pastor, fine ambience and everything. Brand, they do brand placement for the church service. Go to their YouTube. If I remember the name, the Black American pastor. They flash brand logo for this thing now. As long as you have the numbers, that's the only currency for brands. As long as you have the numbers.
Regardless of
yes. How you get it is another question.
And what you stand for.
Yeah. As long as we don't go look for brands before now. So the question they ask, can we see your social media pages? Can we see your yes now what's in the define too now with that now. So that's the only currency for brands. Once you have the numbers, once you have the the balls, the attention, they will pay. Pay for it. Wow, it's 2 hours already.
It is what it is. Shout out to everyone who's been on this live. Please, we have, like Oyers was saying, this is a special edition that we always do every Monday, special broadcast. We have our regular podcast YouTube page, Talk Through Podcast, where we have a full season, and almost the second season is coming to an end. Please ensure that you go stream, like the video, hit the subscribe button. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments. It gives us the energy, to keep doing what we're doing. We're always three on the show. His Excellency Studio had to be somewhere handling something very important. That's why he's doing the live. We're very sure he would be here next week Monday. Let's know what you think of the games that are about to start in a couple of hours. Spain, Portugal. Let's know what your predictions are in the comments. Egypt, Argentina. That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
What's the second game?
Belgium for today.
And
Belgium
US.
and the US.
Yes,
for
let's
today.
know what you think. Who are you rooting for? Let's know what you think about the African participation. So far, so good. Are you impressed? Have we justified the fact that we had 10 slots at the ongoing World Cup? What do you think? Yes, from you, last word before we end the show, end the live.
All right, for the World Cup, I'm rooting for Argentina. Messi, of course, the world's greatest footballer ever. And for the Yolodo uprising, everybody should just update themselves.
Absolutely.
And let's celebrate success. It shows in everything.
Right.
This is more than the last word. We see the way they celebrate best graduating students.
Yeah.
It shows that we have been investing in the Lodo uprising since. We don't invest in intellectual discussions. If you speak too much English, people will say who is busy with this one self. Understand? So we can do better.
Absolutely. For the members of the body of Christ, I think we should add a bit of caution to the things.
Bit of caution. Read your Bibles too.
Yeah. You don't correct something, correct someone, or you don't try to make a point by canceling another person, and the way and manner we do. And let's be mindful that we are out there. These cameras are in front of you. Before you know, somebody has cut out a video, and posted it. And most importantly, let's be sure that whatever we're doing is edifying. We bring edification instead of tearing ourselves down. There are better ways to do it. Let's be a bit more discreet. Let's be a bit more cautious. At the end of the day, our assignment is out there. The harvest is plenty. That's what we need to be mindful of. Let's stop this thing that we're doing. Let's remember, Jesus said it, that they might be one, just like we are one. So we have to celebrate. What binds us together is the sacrifice of Jesus.
Jesus, true.
Yes. Once I believe in that, I believe that He came, He died, He resurrected. I have Him in my heart. I believe in the Holy Spirit. We don't have to agree. We're not saying everybody has to agree, but there's a way to even disagree. We don't have to come online and cancel out each other and mention names, give examples that are very obvious that it's the person we're talking about. Let's just be mindful in things doing. And that's all we have on this episode, this live broadcast. We appreciate you. Keep streaming, keep liking, keep following, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate everyone. See you on the next one. Peace and